All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Let's go ahead and take a look at XCN ONYXCOIN because I actually think that sooner rather than later we're going to be having a massive violent breakout from this whole thing, and it's going to be taking the price towards the upside. In my last few updates, I have actually been talking about this whole thing as an accumulation, meaning that we were looking for the price to go sideways, and for sure, yeah, we have seen the price moving up, maybe something like 80 something percent, drop down very much quickly, something like 40% and stuff like that. So I think that we're getting closer and closer to the completion of this whole thing, and we are seeing great signs actually across the whole board, which I definitely think will favor a great breakout here for ONYXCOIN. Before I start, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm in understanding that yes, this video may be short, but it carries a lot of significant information. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe because I do TA on ONYXCOIN and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. Let's go straight into it, and what we are seeing that has developed here is more like a falling wedge. Now those are usually bullish patterns. Statistically speaking, they have about a 66% chance to go ahead and hit their price target, which usually is the top of the wedge right there. Technically speaking, here we'll be anticipating towards the top of the range about a 70% pump from the moment the price was breaking out, right? So if I'm to quote that value, I'll be looking at 3 cents, but I think that this is just the beginning of the whole thing, because remember what we have been saying is that this is something that is very much common. We see time and again in markets that a chart goes like this, right? It pumps and then obviously it has a huge drop. It quickly retraces, and then of course it starts accumulating one more time, just hangs in there, and then at some point it starts pushing towards a specific price target, which I'll quote later on in the video. So this is our thesis for now here for XCN ONYXCOIN, that yes, this range has developed and we are now looking to get towards the top of the range and try to see if we can break away from that. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that the conditions are looking more like they're conducive because we are seeing the Bitcoin price doing well. Sentiment is back where we usually see magic happening in crypto. By magic I mean like 100% pumps and stuff like that happening all over the place. So those are the kind of days that we are anticipating here slowly but surely for XCN ONYXCOIN. But I also wanted to take a look at the immediate short term, maybe consider what's happening here, which to me at face value is looking more like a bull flag, right? So we know, again, bull flags, just as the name suggests, right, they are bullish. So you can see we have got the flag right there, and I would actually consider this whole thing to be a pull, and also technically speaking, this price target, I mean, take a look at where it leads you towards the very top of that range. So once again, we have got confluence that we're going to be revisiting the top of the range right around 3 cents. But as I said, this is not the end of the story here for XCN ONYXCOIN. Let me show you more data and more charts here, but before I continue there, let me show you this amazing welcome bonus that our partners over there at LBank, the exchange, are doing. You can actually go ahead and claim up to 50% of what you're depositing as a trading bonus, which you can use to trade and obviously profit off of that. A quick example here is if you go ahead and deposit, let's say, $1,000 in your futures account, you can get up to $450 that you can also trade. But I really stress on this. Go ahead and read the rules and understand what's what. I think these bonuses are going to be, given to you after 24 hours or stuff like that. I think it's a great deal. In summary, you get almost 50% of what you're depositing as a trading bonus, and you can use that trading bonus obviously to get even much more profit. So that's that right there. Back to ONYXCOIN, let's talk about what we would consider maybe a longer term approach in terms of the price targets that we are looking forward to. But we just want to be talking about those things from thin air, right? We want to see examples of things like this happening on the chart. So just remember this at the back of the head, that our structure goes like you push, right? You crush very much strongly here, you go and retrace, then you start accumulating one more time, and then of course you break out, eventually reaching a specific price target. I will talk about that very much soon, right? Because I've got two main ideas right there. But let me show you this in action in previous other structures, right? So take a look at this price set here. This is a neo price set, and I mean, what do you see? You see a great pump, right, leading into this massive moment here. Obviously a strong crash, you retrace right here, you reaccumulate one more time, and then of course off and away you are breaking away. So that's great. I mean, it's the same idea that we are sharing over there with ONYXCOIN. And let me also show you another one, that's XRP. Now with XRP, this may be a little bit lower compared to what you have there with ONYXCOIN, but the idea remains the same, that you're pumping, then you have crash, and then you go accumulate, and then you break out one more time. So that, let's go back to BNB, and you have pretty much the same idea right there, crash, and then obviously you just hang in one more time, and then of course you let go of the price by there. Now the question becomes, what is the big price target? If you look at those structures and apply your Fibonacci retracement levels, from the very top until the bottom here, you're going to realize that there is one that was hit almost every single time with every structure like that one, and that was here, the full Fibonacci extension. So for Onyx coin, we're looking at maybe around 18 cents. I think that's great from where the price is sitting at this point, because in terms of percentage measurements, that's about a 900% or something like that. Now, is this a guarantee? I don't know if it's a guarantee, but I'm just saying that with the structures that are followed, which have got this thing of hanging around after hitting a retracement level and stuff like that, they are usually hitting the full Fibonacci scale right there. So if I'm to go back to those examples, I'm sure you can, also agree with me that if you grab the two from the very top right there until the bottom, take a look at this. This is too crazy. It's almost exact. Also, if we do the same thing here with XRP from the very top right there until the bottom, yeah, this one was exceeding a little bit, but the point is that the full scale was hit. And then of course, if you take a look at BNB as well, let's go ahead and grab it from top to bottom with that structure. That you can also see that it was hit here, although it was exceeded, and obviously the chart even went higher. So we'll obviously be welcoming if Onyx coin goes ahead and does way beyond 18 cents. But for now, I think that's the best that the price can do. Some other level that I usually like to take profit on every single chart, this is just my standard way of approaching things, is like 7.5 cents here, which is the golden ratio, 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. But before we go, let me invite you to our trading group where we are taking some amazing trades. Let me show you the ones that we are currently holding at the moment. Jasmine up 223%. We also have got Telcoin up 246%. We have got XRP 230%. I think we also have got Tron 44%. This one is relatively new. Then of course we have got Gala up something like 252%. We have got Arrow, which is 14%, just opened it, and then GPS just opened it as well, up 3% or something like that. I think we have got more to come. The last few weeks have also been great. I can go ahead and show you much more, but I don't want to sound like I'm bragging here or anything like that. So this is for somebody who actually has got a need, because we only have 2 slots left. So if you're gonna go ahead and not be serious, you're going to be taking away somebody's spot who actually needs this whole thing. So if you want to join the trading group, the link is somewhere there in the description. Feel free to come via Patreon, and we will give you a link to the Discord group, and everything will be sorted. By the way, in Patreon it will say $100 per month. That actually is not the case. We are doing $100 per year. So after you have registered, you can obviously cancel, and of course you've got access time and again. I've done a lot of talking in this video. I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please dedicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family. I will see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.